Fall is definitely here, and we are really interested in fall fragrances. We like the smooth, soft, cozy, warm, gourmand, vanillic, apple pie, pumpkin pie fragrances during the fall. But I'm here to tell you I'm not here for that. Not this time around. I have some recommendations for you that are different from the rest. If you're interested, stay tuned. The first fall fragrance I will recommend is Tobacco by Dior. This is from the exclusive line, and I find this to be one of my favorite fragrances all year round, but specifically during this time of the year. Tobacco is a beautiful tobacco that is blended really well to perfection, really, with vanilla and other resinous notes. This fragrance has a little bit of gourmand element to it, even though it's tobacco, but I really like the way it meshes together on my skin, especially if laid over cookie butter. Smells divine. So this is Tobacco by Christian Dior. This fragrance is a perfect fall winter fragrance. It's great during the cool months. This is Kajal 4 by Kajal. Now this fragrance, I found it to be a little bit too leathery on my skin when I was trying to wear it during the springtime frame. And lately when I sprayed it on my skin, I thought, oh, this isn't too bad. But then the skin dries down and the leathery notes pop up and I still have to temper it. Now, I have listed this for sale when I was doing the fragrance auction for childhood cancer awareness. I'm not so sure I'm going to still keep it in my collection. I think I'm still going to let it go. However, I do think if you like leather, if you like spices, if you like resinous fragrances, this is one you want to give a try. This is Kajal 4 by Kajal. I was taken aback with this fragrance. I was taken aback. I don't hear anybody talking about it. And if they were talking about it, it might have been a long time ago and it kind of went past my, purview. This is Perfume Head's Cosmic Cowboy. Wow. This is a really sexy scent. This fragrance is sort of embodying a little bit of warmth. It also embodies, to be honest with you, it also embodies like a skin scent. I envision this as sort of a party scent. If you're somebody that doesn't like a fragrance to project too far, like you like your own personal bubble with your fragrances, but you still want that depth, you still want that full-bodiedness, try Cosmic Cowboy by Perfume Head. I could see this actually being like a fragrance that you would go to dinner with, like an intimate dinner during the fall. So this one here, I think is a great fall fragrance. Nice, spicy, resinous, sweet, chocolatey vibe. Who else does Arabian fragrances better than Arabian Oud? I'm sure there are others that say that they are, but so far, I have been loving the ones that I have in my collection. Now this is Calumet Black. This fragrance comes with this that slips on the side, and I think it's a weapon that was designed in the bottle because ever since I've had it, this keeps popping off. You really don't need a lot with this fragrance. Calumet Black is something that stands on its own. A fragrance that projects, it lasts for a very, very, very long time, and it gets lots of compliments. It garners so much attention when it is worn. It is the quintessential Arabian fragrance. It's got rosy vibes to it. It's got a little bit of flowers. It's got a little bit of leather. It's got a little bit of everything in the kitchen sink in here, the way it works. But it smells amazing. So this is Calumet Black, and this is by Arabian Oud. There has not been a fall that I have not worn this fragrance. I've had it now maybe about 3 or 4 years, and I still love it. Get lots of compliments with it too. This is Rosewood, and this is by Arabian Oud. This fragrance is so beautiful. It has a gourmand appeal to it, but the definite flowers and the definite, the mix of rose and oud, it's been done so many times that people kind of get tired with it. But I think it's one of the quintessential rose, floral, chocolate kind of combination that's great. That makes it great to wear this time of the year. I think Rosewood, in my opinion, is a must-have if you're somebody that likes sweet, if you're somebody that likes full fragrances. It's like full-bodied fragrances that doesn't like die and wisp away. If you like those type of fragrances to wear during the fall, I think this is one you should try. So this is Rosewood by Arabian Oud. Another fragrance that I got my nose on, and I'm happy that I did because it expanded my horizon when it came to fall fragrances. It broke me out of that vanilla trend, is this. This is Fatih Sultan Mehmed. I really like this fragrance. What I am loving about this fragrance is the apple in here. It is not a green apple. It's not like a red apple. You can't really define what type of apple it is. It just reminds me of the apple that I like to pick up from my grocery store Sprouts. They're like little apples, like crab apples. That's what it reminds me of. But then there's all the other elements of this fragrance that makes it smell like it tastes really good. And it's not even a gourmand fragrance like that. I find that this is very easy to wear when I spray it on. It doesn't smell like anything else I have in my collection. It also has like a minty, bright, not effervescent bright, but sort of like a relaxing, lavenderish bright fragrance. And there's no lavender in here, okay? I don't think. But I love the way this smells on my skin. I think it's a great fragrance for the fall, especially if you are a guy, because I sprayed it on my husband and my son, and they smelled better on them than it smelled on me. So this is Fatih Sultan Mehmed, and this is by Fortin Manley. These new fragrances are coming in for the win. Now, I wouldn't say they'll take over my entire collection, but I am loving the direction that these perfumers are going. This is EPC's Tonka Extraordinaire. Wow. Tonka done right. Plain and simple. Tonka done right. Tonka done where anyone can wear it, and if you're a Tonka lover, you're going to like this. It's not overly sugary. It has that watery vibe. It's very classically blended in that it doesn't have any type of synthetic vibes to it. And I thought when I smelled it, I was like, man, this smells interesting. It smells interesting, but yet nothing special about it. That's what I was thinking, right? Then I put it on skin. It shut me up. It surely did. This is a really nice fragrance for somebody that likes Tonka but doesn't want it to be too sticky, too heavy, too overly, expected gourmand. I think that they will like this. So this is Tonka Extraordinaire, and it's by EPC. This fragrance is one of my favorites right now to wear this time of the year because we still get like high temperatures, and it performs well, and it still smells fall-ish. This is Bois d'Amande by Guerlain. I don't hear many people talking about this fragrance. In fact, this fragrance wasn't even on my radar until I got a sample for it, and I was like, whoa, this smells good. And I was using the sample to go to the gym, and when I sprayed it, I kept spraying. It gives me a resonance that I feel like I'm at home. It's very comforting, and it's also very elevated to wear. I find myself wearing this when I am dressing up, which, I dress up a lot, but I find myself wanting to reach for it for that purpose. And I also find myself wanting to reach for it when I'm going on casual dates. Bois d'Amande has that element of like resins. It also has the element of like dried, but still a little juicy fruits. If you've ever tasted Chinese sweet and sour plums, that's what this reminds me of. So it does give me a little bit of, feeling like I'm at home. So this one I really like this time of the year. I'm hoping that today's video brought some value to you. And if you own any of these fragrances or you've sampled, tried them before, let me know whether you liked, loved, or you're indifferent to these fragrances. I'd like to hear from you down in the comments. Now, if this is your first time of me popping up on the page, my pretty little mug is, the first time you've seen me, my name is Pamela, and I love talking about fragrances, beauty, lifestyle, basically anything. I like talking about anything. At this point, my channel is not that big where I got a niche down. So I talk about everything. So please, if you see my videos, go ahead and like them and, engage. I don't mind. I hope you do. Okay. Again, thanks for watching. Please take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.